And Dr. Umar Johnson has similar motivations here, just to make money and on, baseless claims.
He describes himself as Pan-African. His claims make Rashad sound reasonable. And I'm telling you, if you want, he has advice for parents on suicide that's absolutely nuts.
Oh,
You
you're
would
right.
never
I saw
tell.
that clip. That was just, this man's dangerous. Yeah,
He
let's talk about his where he comes from. So Umar Johnson is from Philadelphia, and he got into universities somehow when he was younger. Got himself a few degrees. He says 6, but I don't think so. Um, and at one point, I believe, we'll talk about this in detail. I believe he got an, illegitimately awarded doctorate from a established university. And
right.
so he has been, for the last 10 to 15 years, he's been collecting money for a school that teaches just for black boys, teaches them to be alpha males. And he incessantly goes on to social media and asks people to donate to the school. People have been donating because, it's the black cause. And so all those people that have been donating are, from the African American community in the US. And they want this to happen. They want, their community represented with their own school, their own traditional, culturally catered school, that caters to cultural values of black people. And so they've been donating a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars every year, because he's very pushy. And then he pretends to renovate the school, and he does do some renovations with some of the money, and the rest of the money just disappears. And he's been pulling the scam for over 10 years now, every time saying the school's going to open, it's going to open, it's going to open. And just kind of like that Tesla self-driving mode that's never materializing.
But at least I get the feeling that Elon was trying to get it to go. I have a feeling that Dr. Umar, he has no intention of opening this school.
This school is never going to open. But
No.
yeah, did you want to, how would you describe Umar Johnson as in terms of his personality?
Um, Tons of bluster, which is very effective amongst his kind of audience. And that is, if you say it loud and obnoxious, it's more believable.
He repeats things 3 times, because his audience is probably not very educated, and and so they need additional reminders. Yeah, and he just says, this is what we're gonna do. He does make a lot of claims about himself, that he's the prince of Pan-Africanism, without really further elucidating what that means for him or for others, or how that's relevant. Uh, and that's, he just makes that claim, and then he asks people to donate to his school. He often will, have update videos, and then randomly throw in a few sort of, of his ultra racist beliefs, like that he's disavowing, racial mixing, interracial dating, interracial marriage, gay people, all those things that he's against.
Yeah, I think he's mentally unwell.
Hmm.
And so if you're interested, I mean, on my channel, I have a lot of videos of him going off. He was on Charlemagne the God's YouTube channel where he talked about his school, and it was crazy. He was talking about second through fourth graders. He's going to be giving them weapons training. It's just,
Oh,
I
that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, we're going to have martial arts, and then we'll have, self defense with weapons. It's just insane, ludicrous, right? So, yeah,
Right.
go to my channel. I have plenty of content on this guy. But
And well, with the one thing I don't think we're going to cover in detail here, but he is involved with a black militia that wants to separate from the government and establish their own government.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let me look it up. Fred Hampton Gun Club,
Okay. Yeah, I
right?
was thinking Roberts, but it's Fred Hampton. You're right.
The Fred Hampton Gun Club. So this is and he's involved with those people, and is advertising for them because they need new members and to join them in their bid for their own black state.
Mhm.
So I
Oh,
guess
by
it's
the
a
way,
separationist force. He doesn't want to intermix with white people.
right. I was thinking of Infect, but that's not the one you were referring to. Yeah.
Well, this is the Fred Hampton Gun Club. Yeah, I don't know why he's involved in that, but I don't think we're going to go into detail on that. It's just
Well, I mean,
another one of his
it
fringe
makes sense
beliefs.
though, right? It makes sense. I mean, he'd be a perfect person to run that. I mean, he's really into I mean, I use the term black supremacist a lot. He's
Hmm.
a bona fide black supremacist.
He really is. Yeah, he doesn't want white people around.
Okay, so we have this page up here. Anything here you want to comment on?
What is? Oh, he's a speaker. That's right. He commands a speaking fee of $5,000 to $10,000. I think that's on the lower end of those, what those speakers there claim. Um, yeah, he just I don't know. I don't know where he gets people. Oh, that's right. He did talk on Juneteenth 2023 in Las Vegas at an event, a Juneteenth event from the city of Las Vegas. He was booked as a speaker there. I don't think they really vet the people there, but maybe there aren't that many speakers available that are reasonable, so they booked him to speak at a Juneteenth event.
Okay, let's take a look and see what else we've got lined up here. All right, so tell us about this. I mean, Ghana?
He's a citizen of Ghana. That's what he claims. So I think he might actually be because Ghana is not known as a very it's rather corrupt. It's up there in on the corruption index. And but if you want to become a citizen of Ghana, so he claims that's what he says. I'm a citizen of Ghana. I'm so African. And he's changed his name too, right? What is his African name? He's changed it a couple of times. Anyway, he's changed his name to
Infidelity or infantata or something like that.
Ifatunde.
Yeah.
Ifatunde, that's right. Yeah. Um, and he's given himself some African names. I think West African. We never know. Sometimes they like to claim Egyptian heritage, but I think he's given himself some West African names. Uh, and
Ghana is an interesting country because it seems to have attracted a lot of attention of black leaders in this country. I know that they had that, the ceremony for the new president there, and like a lot of our mayors went over there, including Karen Bass from Los Angeles,
mhm.
um, for that. And I don't know what the attraction is. She claimed, "Well, we're opening up big commerce trade routes between us and Ghana," and I don't see
What's
it.
this? It's a semi-stable country in comparison to many of the other African countries,
I would
so
assume so.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's relatively easier to deal with. And I mean, they are a major source of cocoa beans, so that's their main trade export. Ghana was Ghana the Gold Coast back in the day? I
I
think it was
believe
the
so.
gold.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes. So, but the official requirements to be a Ghanan citizen is that you live there for 5 years. You have to live in Ghana for 5 years, and
Mhm.
he doesn't meet any of the requirements to be a citizen of Ghana. So
Well, it
to
does
be a
say
citizen,
should. I
should
don't
that's
know.
right. Yeah, should. So
And
I
should means if you give us enough money, slip
correct.
enough bills
Yeah,
to us, we'll ignore this.
that's how that works in those countries. Yeah. $100 bill will go a long way in Ghana.
Mhm.
So he's probably bought himself a citizenship so he can claim it. Does he even have a passport? Who knows? But yeah, it's a sketchy African citizenship claim. He does travel to Africa quite a bit, or has traveled. He was in Senegal, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's natural.
yeah. Just to sort because and he does spell Africa with a K because it's just so much more authentic.
Is it? I mean, like,
Well, no, I'm just being
that sounds very heavy metal.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that aren't you supposed to label white supremacists with the K thing?
Plus, what do Africans call Africa? Do they even
I
call
don't
it
know. Well, I
Africa?
mean, there's like 500 different languages, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh yeah, the other requirement to be a citizen of Ghana, you have to speak one of the indigenous languages.
Oh, well, that yeah.
Yeah. If you
But again, if you pass enough money, you can get around any of this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, the money that they send for opening the school, gee, I wonder if any of that goes to his trips to Africa.
We should get onto the financial thing. I don't know if we have that as one of the links is
Well, yeah, I've linked all of them. Which one? What is it called?
the finances. So the form 990, the IRS forms.